Is this thing on?
I think I said it before we went live, so it's all right. If not, there's a cute little message to all of you at the beginning of this episode. Howdy, hi, folks, and welcome to UCR Live for another week of drama, pain, love, and all the good stuff. We have a fuller house than we've had the last couple of weeks, so it's nice to have, that's what friends are for, they rock up. We have the bodacious Brooke back with us. How are you today, girlfriend?
Oh, I'm great, guys. I'm about to head off on a road trip, a paranormal road trip, with most of the team from Newcastle Ghost Tours. Shout out to Anna and Renata, who are finally home safe in Australia. But yeah, very exciting. Super busy as normal. Finally booked the rest of my tickets to the US. Definitely going now. Yeah. All things
That's
exciting.
the scary part, isn't it? When you're like, oh, the money's been paid.
Ooh, it's paid. It's happening.
Oh, girl. Get real. We're gonna rock up in Jeffrey's doorstep and be like, hey, girl, what's going on?
No, Jeffrey's coming to pick me up.
Yeah, Jeffrey's coming to pick us all up. Well, we hope.
We
hope. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in Syracuse going, what?
I'm like, we'll be there the day before everyone else, so I can pick the best room. Just saying.
I told the house manager, I was like, listen, can you play chauffeur that day? Can you drive us, me and them? We're gonna have champagne in the back,
that's fancy,
right? Wouldn't that be fun?
I get there at 9:00. Can we do breakfast beers?
Okay, we have our lovely lady V here with us.
Hi, kiddos.
Queens of Opinions. Here. How are you?
Oh, it's been a rough week here in the hood. All my old people are getting tested for COVID because Aunt Monica got sick at the Rosary Altar Society.
Bless.
Catholics. Bless.
Another problem with mainstream religion. It'll kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
If it doesn't fuck you, literally, it'll kill you. Those Catholics, you got to watch out.
2 minutes in.
I'm feeling feisty today, Jeff. We do have to send a special shout out to our very lovely old Luke, who is under the weather. He's got the poo lung, so we do miss you. He did attempt to get on. For those of you that love Luke,
I'd swab his nostrils too.
Yeah. Luke's used to a good swabbing, but that was back in the day.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
having a 5-year-old will kill that. Having a 5-year-old will kill that sex life, right?
Yeah, no, not for Luke.
Guys, I hate to like silence you all, but we are in the presence of the divine today.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, Madison Divine is here to join us.
I'm the full-figured drag queen from Syracuse. Hey,
how are you? Welcome to the pod.
Well,
I can see Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah, of course. Wait, whoops, right. That's a very vintage poster right there.
I love it.
Ignore me on the Wheaties box. That was superimposed a long time ago.
I love that Taylor Lautner is just quietly looking over everything you do.
Well, I have to have it. He didn't work above my bed, so I figured I'd hang him behind me for the show.
Oh, it's very nice. It's very nice. So for our viewers that don't know Madison is from Jeffrey's new show. Jeffrey, what is the name of that show?
How we ended up.
No. That's Monday. No, the coming soon to Wednesdays with Dakota, Madison, Katrina, and myself.
Yes.
It's the reboot of Your Guiltiest Pleasure.
There we go.
Yes. Where if you've seen the trailers out, where we really get down and dirty, we talk about some of the craziest dates and the kinks that they kind of brought on the dates and how we were all kind of traumatized. A little bit.
Hostess with the mostest. Thank you, Chris. I love that for you.
So, and Madison was he was probably on within the first couple of weeks of the very original.
This is what I was about to say. Madison, you've had the unfortunate knowledge of knowing Jeffrey for a while.
I've actually known Jeffrey before he even got on the online, back when he was in drag in a purple hair doing what was it? Oh, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. I believe I still have the video, just saying that.
You say that. You know what's funny? When I was in Auburn, I was going through the attic and I found the DVD of your
documentary. Oh, yeah. Where I look like a hot mess.
Yeah, so do I. But you say it's Mariah Carey's Christmas. I say that it's Britney Spears.
It's not
Christmas. You could totally be right. I just don't ever remember doing.
Trust me, I had to rewatch you lip syncing it flamboyantly so many times, and that was back when Jeffrey and I didn't get along. So
no.
Bitchy Jeffrey, cleans, man. Bitchy
he was in Charade's Idol, and I told him I got to be like Simon. I came in this crazy suit. Frank did me up, and I had the Gia hair. Do you remember my Gia hair? You know, with Angelina Jolie. Was the Frank picture? It was the Gia. I loved that hair. I told him to get in a car accident so he could get a free nose job. I was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I was a mean girl,
but I was fan favorite. I was fan favorite of that show.
Oh my God,
yeah, and
so
then
horrible.
do you remember? Right. So then this other girl we know, this lesbian, Christina Clark, was the singer, right? And everybody's like, "Oh, she's gonna win. She's gonna win." And then there was this.
Yes.
Do you remember the other mess?
The big earringed. Remember it was.
Yeah. It was the gay church. The gay church.
Yes.
And it was.
Yes.
It was some mess. I don't know what
It was some like cult like. It was very cult-like.
She did drag. I don't know what it was. It was just not very good. But as a joke, I was like, I'm going to vote for her because Christina's going to win. Didn't Christina lose by 1 vote?
Oh, my God.
Diva was in the drag.
The singer. Yeah. This chick, she had a set of pipes. I mean, she could sing. She was hairy as hell, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But, yeah, lost by 1 vote. 1 vote, and it was mine. You're welcome, bitch. That's for all that money you stole of mine, allegedly.
Lucky I put that up when I did. Look, I am dying to say, so we'll be over in October. If we can have that footage ready for a good old-fashioned viewing
I was going
party,
to say,
that'd be good. We're ready for that.
Please.
We're down for that.
I have multiple copies that I'll gladly send you home with.
Yay! International love.
Is it up on YouTube? Oh,
you know,
because of the music, right?
I feel like it was at one point, and it may have gotten by copyright pulled down.
The music,
I actually can ask my old professor. They may still have it up somewhere, because they digitized everything. Because obviously nobody does DVDs anymore. So
yeah.
Well, besides Jeffrey.
I don't have it just was in the attic. I don't even have a DVD player to play. I could have played it in the car.
I thought that's how you played your porn.
Who has gay porn DVDs?
The tea is hot. The tea is hot. Speaking of Jeffrey Emmett, he has been away from us. We've been daddyless for a couple of weeks and just like set adrift into the ocean of, craziness. He's the papa. He's the proud papa of UCR.
They all used to call me Mama.
I was gonna say.
Well, you have to
call Jeffrey Daddy.
Yeah, I'm not calling Jeffrey Daddy.
I was more they all for all the years on the original show, they all called me Mama. Like everybody called me
Mama. Daddy territory.
No word of a joke.
I'm more comfortable with Mama than I am people saying Daddy.
No way, I'm going to run through Syracuse Airport screaming Daddy.
I
really hate to tell you, in Syracuse, you could get a lot of responses from other people that are looking to be somebody's daddy.
Perfect.
And
I'm taking applications.
I'm gonna go, Jeffrey. What is their 401k? And are they looking to marry for a green card? It's okay. We are here.
That's why I totally tagged you two in a post a few weeks ago. I was like, hello.
I saw.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hello. Look, Jeffrey just wants me close by so he can go fix this for me. Fix this for me.
Hello.
I know. But where have you been, Jeffrey? What have you been doing? Where have you been? Tell us where you've been.
Tell us, Daddy. Tell us.
Where have you been, Daddy?
Daddy Jeff. Oh,
Daddy.
Oh,
I know, right?
Daddy.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
dirty just
Daddy.
saying it.
I've written a letter to
All I want for
Daddy.
Christmas is you, Daddy Jeffrey.
Oh my god.
That's TikTok. That's TikTok.
That's your Christmas message, Madison. That is your Christmas clip.
So where have you been, Jeffrey? Come on, where have you been? Tell us where you've been.
Oh my god.
You've
Well,
been to
you know,
God?
yeah, I went to see God.
It's
I
not
went back.
Jesus.
I went back home.
Yeah, girl.
I made a little quick trip, threw a little baby shower, which it was insane. Like we rolled in, and it just was nonstop. We were going, running constantly the entire time I was in New York.
But
It was a
let's look at
madhouse.
the evidence. Let's look at the evidence. You've done a good
Oh,
job.
Jessica
That was a lovely
Deo.
cake.
Yeah, if you're in Central New York, Jessica Deo
Look
did
at
the mini
this.
cupcakes and the cake.
Ooh.
Jennifer Towns did.
We
she was
love
the
the
party.
color scheme of the house.
She was the party planner. She came, set everything up.
Look at
She
this.
handled everything for me. It was amazing because I knew I would not have enough time. So she rearranged the house, and then we had it catered by Bob Abraham. So all the stuff's up on my Instagram and I think Facebook. So if you're in the area and you need somebody, check them out.
And
Okay, I have an
the baby shower handing out cards. If you like this,
Oh, yeah.
this is our party planner.
That's good.
If
That's
you
marketing.
Like that,
Cross
this
marketing.
is our caterer.
Oh yeah,
Vera,
and then
you
I came downstairs with all my wellness company products, and I put them right on the dining table with all the food.
Yes, he did.
Vera, you asked me last week about someone. Look
I
who's
did.
back.
Ace!
Mr. Ace Browning, hey, good to see you,
We've
boo.
been missing you.
Oh. We have someone knocking at the door. We have someone
Ding
knocking
dong.
at the door when they're ready.
See, we used to have a doorbell. Remember that, Madison? We had a
Oh my
doorbell.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
used
was
to be-
along with your cat screaming.
We used to
Oh,
have a sound panel too. It's not a radio show anymore. We've got multimedia, and to go multimedia, we need someone who is all that and more. And when she's ready,
that.
I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna fuck her up on screen. I'm not gonna do her dirty.
5
I
minutes.
think
5
she's
minutes
ready.
or so.
Miss Angelique Grace is here.
You always end up having like the dopest intros, no matter what is happening.
This is why Jeffrey needs me over there, so I can just dig up random intros for people when you guys go to the cons and stuff. I'll be like, yeah, she's here. How are you, gorgeous? Where have you been? What's going on with you?
Oh man, life, kids. You know, the last time my kid ended up knocking out the power in half of the apartment, like right before I was supposed to go on air. So, you know, that it was just pitch black. And then my ring light broke. And so, you know, the light is a little bit different tonight. So I'm like, okay, I'll be a little bit brighter next week.
It's very lo-fi 90s sex lies and videotape moment we're having here.
Right. Like confessions or something.
It looks like you're
Taxi
auditioning.
cab confessions.
Come on, give us a line.
Yeah.
Give us a line
What I
again.
miss? What I miss? Huh? What happened?
Give us
She's
a line
doing a
again.
self-tape. She's doing a self-tape for some kind of relaunch of a TV show. I'm here. This is my self-tape. I'm Angelique Bates, and I'm reading for the part of Angelique Bates.
Tell us
You
about
should
Mike's
hurt me.
mom again. How sorry you are.
You're so funny. I miss you guys.
We've missed you too. It feels nice to have this many people here. We've had a little. Vera and I have been like loving our trio of evil for the last couple of weeks.
Just one person away from the all Broadway version of
Yeah,
Uncensored
look,
Radio.
we have threatened an all musical show when it's only Vera and I. God help you all. God help you all. But now that Angelique's here, we can do it. We can jump into this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
Madison, welcome. That's your first one. It's good for the face, though, right? Good for the face. We're going to start out because it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. We're going to talk about it because we have to. Jeffrey hates it, but we're going to talk about it. Kim Kardashian has caused a little bit of an upset. Big surprise, at this year's Met Gala ball by wearing the not even famous, I would say like culturally significant Happy
Yeah.
Birthday, Mr. President dress, the actual one on loan from Ripley's, believe it or not. People have a lot of feelings about this.
You
Have
think?
a lot of
Yeah.
feelings. I have a lot of feelings. I think that she ruined the dress by touching it, but that's okay.
Did you see the video of her putting the dress on where they were smashing her ass?
Well, here's the
together
thing.
So that they could
Okay.
get zipped?
Here's the thing, right? There's been so much of her about her wearing this dress. Oh my god, she lost 16 pounds to get in it. The thing didn't zip up. That's why she's wearing the stole. The back of the dress didn't zip up, even though she lost 16 pounds.
That's a whole big thing because there was a replica dress that didn't fit either.
Yeah.
She is in a piece of history.
Yeah.
And only in it because of vanity's sake. And she didn't fit and she could have ripped the fucking thing out. And I'm not trying to body shame anybody. God knows. But why is it relevant for her to be in this dress? It didn't, didn't match the theme of the gala. She didn't understand the assignment.
Who does? Let's talk about that. Who does understand the theme of the assignment? I have to know, like, if you have any knowledge of Marilyn Monroe, that dress isn't the symbol of a good time.
No.
That dress is like the signifier of her going, fuck you, everyone. I'm about to be murdered by the Kennedys. Right?
Yeah.
It's a cultural,
but it is
like,
part of history. It's a very significant dress.
Well,
Yeah.
and how
For her
when
to
does
pop her fat ass. I'm sorry, I said I was going to body shame, and there I go. For her to pop
Katie's not here. No one
herself in
cares.
it,
Body
Come
shame
on.
away, babes.
for vanity's sake, that's bullshit.
I read an article where somebody was stupid enough to say that the entire Kardashian family are icons, dressed as icons on the red carpet. And do you know what?
Okay.
What the fuck?
Let's
These
look at these.
people. What is
Let's look
wrong
at
with
these
these
other
people?
icons. Let's look at these other icons.
Oh God, why do we use the word icon with this
Wow.
movie?
Just wow. They
We've
look
got-
like a fucking train wreck. Just saying.
We've got nipples. We've got the little one looks like she's gone to the MTVMAs like in the early 2000s. Chloe looks all right. Chloe's
Chloe's had so much work done.
Yeah, Chloe doesn't even look like
Yeah,
OJ
I'm like,
anymore.
Yeah.
Chloe
And
looks
then-
like a Barbie because she's
my
And then
plastic.
what the fuck is Jenna on about? What is that?
I mean,
What is that?
this is what
Whipped
money.
cream tennis ball boy nightmare.
Okay.
This is what money and I don't know, like sad parts of
Lack
our
of brain
society are made
cells.
of.
Vanity.
Angelique Bates. Oh wait, I'm gonna steal Jeffrey's line. They're your close personal friends. How? What do you think?
I'm just visualizing this is vodka right now.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl. I had to do it to you once.
So,
No, she's in.
I
Take
feel
off
like
the
the
shirt.
dress is like the least of the worries. You guys can see the video that's circulating that they gave Ripley's, believe it or not, they gave her a lock of Marilyn Monroe's hair.
Oh,
And-
Jesus.
And she actually she's actually excited, and she says, as my dog is getting ready to knock over my light, she says that she's getting ready to do crazy voodoo with it, and that she's going to sleep with the hair, and then she turns to Pete and goes, "Sorry, babe." So it's
As the
really
resident UCR witch, I'm disturbed. Just throwing it out there.
I know.
and see with that, and we know it's real. It's it exists, and it was just interesting to see the comments. And I'm just like, no, she meant everything that she said. But I mean, unless you've been under a rock, I mean, a lot of us already knew, I would think. But I find that
she
really
sold her soul with her cooch for that.
You're so funny. I find it really disturbing because I'm just like, okay, you obviously know what you can do with hair. That's I don't feel like that's something that she should have. And then I was kind of like,
No.
why does Ripley's have it?
No,
Ripley's have anything they can afford to buy. Let's be
I
honest.
see.
They're going to
Yeah, well,
get some people
Ripley's
down to
really-
Hollywood Boulevard. Ooh.
Should not be the safekeepers of our history.
I know, right?
The dress should be in the Smithsonian.
Right.
Yeah.
The hair
Right.
thing is kind of because she got too excited over that. It was just like, I'm about to do crazy voodoo. I mean, and I'm sending you guys a video link, and it was just like,
Well, it would be like if somebody showed up to the Met Gala wearing the ruby slippers that Judy
Yeah.
Garland wore in The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
People would lose their minds because
But
of the
money
damage.
and publicity talks. That's the problem. And they wanted the money and the publicity. They don't care about the history, which is sad.
Unless they're
Clearly.
about to sell that dress again and they're trying to get the price up.
Yeah, they need to bump that.
Well, the
bill-
dress-
like a couple more million.
the dress was. They said the dress was actually on loan, so people have been wearing it.
No, it's been
No.
in. Apparently, it's been in a climate-controlled space. It was
Okay.
pulled out.
It wasn't
Vintage-
climate controlled on her ass.
I know, but she only wore. Apparently, she only wore it for 5 minutes, which is 5 minutes.
That
too
was
long.
5 minutes
That
too
was
long with
longer
that
than
much
5
oil
minutes.
on her ass.
Have you seen the stairs and Met Gala?
I know, right? I don't think she was ever clean again after she did that oily. Like, remember when she did all that oily?
Oh
body-
no, she couldn't even wear her normal body makeup to wear the dress.
Oh God! So
Well,
she
I
was
used to work
white
as a
like she
doctor.
should be.
As a docent.
She's
And
not
when we
pretending
were
she's.
handling anything
whatever.
vintage, we had to wear gloves so that
Yeah.
the oils in our skin and
Yeah.
the acids in our skin didn't deteriorate the product. And this woman is squeezing herself.
You were gonna
into
say
the
bitch,
dress.
bitch then. I love
I was like,
it.
she's about to say something else.
She was gonna say bitch. I was like, this woman. All right, I'm gonna go to clear winner of the night. I don't care what anyone else says. Everyone can suck a dick. Blake Lively
Yes!
looks amazing.
Absolutely. Hands
Ryan
down.
Reynolds.
I was like,
The
she
thing
accessorized
so
with a
pretty.
Ryan Reynolds. You can't
Yeah.
go wrong.
Mm.
The thing
Super pretty colors.
anyone would do to that man, whatever. But whatever.
So, I really hate to be the one person, but
oh,
am I the
she's gonna
only
be the
per-
one.
I'm going to be the only one. What's the big thing over Ryan Reynolds? I mean,
Oh, I
he's
thought you were
cute.
gonna attack the dress.
Oh, no, I love the dress. Don't get me
Have you
wrong.
not?
I was about
Have
to
you
say
not
I love
seen-
my Gossip Girl. Come on.
I'm
I
like,
mean, I don't know.
I love Serena Vanderwoodson. I've got a very madly
I mean, I grew up on my Gossip Girl. I'm just talking about Ryan Reynolds. Like, I mean, he's cute, but I
you
don't
need
think
to
he's. All...
maybe watch
He's not
some
my
of
type.
the movies that he's done where
I
he's
would
said
dead set
shirt.
let him do anything he wanted.
Look at
to me.
Jeffrey.
Why?
I'm more of a Johnny. I'm more of a
Just
Johnny
like that.
Depp kind of guy.
Well,
Well, as long as you don't shit on his bed, you're
Yeah.
good. So
Oh,
Girl.
no, I'm not an Amy chick.
Yeah. Ryan is a little young for me, but he's funny. He's fucking.
I mean, the Sanderson sisters suck the soul out of people younger, so you should be fine. I mean, if Bette Midler did it, you can do it.
I would try.
Jeffrey, are you okay?
I'm like,
Jeffrey's
husband
stroking
is
out.
younger than me, Vera.
Jeffrey's rebuttal. Jeffrey
no.
Emmett. Rebuttal.
What is going on with this show? People are dissing Ryan Reynolds. He's too young. She said Johnny Depp. Have you seen Johnny Depp, Angelique? I know he's a good friend, but he looks like ass lately. I mean, he looks like he's
He
been
does
down
look
on
like
That's that
shit in
bad
his
boy
trial.
look. No, it's
Crack
not.
Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Like
He's just a
hit-
little
He
rough
looks
around the
like
edges.
drunk old biker right now.
Yeah, he looks like Mickey Rourke.
I propose. Do you know what I propose to sort this case
What
out?
do you propose?
I say we bring back bum fights. Remember when
What?
bumfights.com was on?
I
Back
do.
in the early
Yes, I
2000s,
do.
when they would,
What
they
is
would
a bum fight?
it's very,
It's two
very
people from
un-PC.
Syracuse fighting back and forth.
and they record it.
Yes. That are
They
homeless.
Oh, and they were
Yeah.
farting.
Fight.
Fighting.
Fight.
I thought you said bum fart.
They were fighting. That's a different kind of show, Miss Bates. That's a different kind of show.
Like,
We have gone
Wow.
off the rails
That's
today.
on Wednesdays. Wednesdays.
That's
oh, so that's what the new show's
cakefarts.com.
called, Madison.
Yes.
Bum
Cakefarts.com.
farts. The UCL bum farts. Look forward to that on Wednesdays, guys. Tune in.
I was like,
There
I
was some
finally
good
got
news
it.
this week. There was some good news this week. There was some good news this week. James Corden's going away.
Mm.
Yay! Bye, James. Oh, sad for him.
Not
I
really.
gotta say right now, if anybody wants my vote, Amber Ruffin should take over.
Well, they're saying Trevor Noah.
I don't know
I
who
think
any
it's
of those
like
people
Trevor,
are.
but Amber Ruffin is.
Why do we
I
need
would like
another man?
I know. I would like a female.
I want
Do you know?
Amber
Oh,
Ruffin.
let's really upset everyone. Give it to Kathy Griffin or Amy Schumer.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Why
about-
does it got to be a white lady?
give it
Mm.
to Angelique Bates.
I'm for that. Does it?
Yeah.
Give it to Vera.
You can have your UCR family on.
Yes. It's like this.
Right?
Get Vera to host. I don't know who you are, but you're here.
Spokesperson. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, give it to Dakota.
Yes.
Dakota would kill that shit.
Have a rotating roster of uncensored radio hosts. It'll be good.
Start sending in our tapes now, kids.
I
This
could
is our-
Right.
definitely do carpool karaoke.
Oh my god, yes.
Just musical theatre. Hey, have you guys? All right, this is totally off topic and not part of what we were going to talk about. Madison, you might know because I'm assuming you're a bit of a musical theatre person sometimes.
I
What-
feel like I'm getting. I feel like I'm getting
No, no.
typecast because I
Have you
like
guys?
this.
So there's it's the anniversary of Spring Awakening, and so all the cast have come back out. Are you loving the fact that this Leah Michelle can't read things going around? Leah Michelle from Glee.
I haven't
Oh.
seen it, but
I've never
I can't
seen
believe
Glee.
they're doing. I can't
Okay.
believe
I'm
they're
gonna
doing
watch
Spring
Glee.
Awakening
I actually know
because
some.
everybody's so fucking old.
You a
at
good
this
friend?
point.
You're a good friend. Look at that.
Sorry.
Like, why do I come on this show?
Because I'm her good friend.
She's coming. Yeah, well, if that's your good
Literally.
friend, that's a whole lot of mess.
I'm a good friend.
I'm a good friend.
Is
good
she
friend.
here?
Good friend.
Oh, speaking of drama this week, my God, Dave Chappelle was attacked on stage.
I know.
This is fucking intense. The guy actually had a replica gun and a knife on him, but then he got stomped the fuck out backstage.
They had to
Did
take
you
him
see the?
to the
Did you see
arm.
the pictures of the
Takes away
dude when he
from the
was?
ambulance.
Yeah, his arm was like twisted this way.
Yeah,
with a big black
didn't
eye.
they arrest Will Smith for doing that?
Oh,
Just
not impressed.
Well, isn't that what Chris Rock got up and
Chris
said?
Rock said.
Right,
That's what
Will
Chris
Smith,
Rock
is that you?
said.
That's what
That's
Chris
what Chris.
said.
Well,
That's what
Yeah.
Chris said.
Chappelle said it was a trans man. That was his first line.
Oh.
He got in so much trouble with the trans community.
Katie
That was his
McCarthy
first
would be
line.
spinning in her grave if she was here.
Oh, she sure
God.
would. Her head would spin around
But on
backwards.
a serious note,
Ooh.
on a very serious note, that's some scary shit.
That's
For
some
anyone
scary
that's
shit.
for anyone that's been on stage performing, you know that your focus isn't necessarily what's happening in the wings or what's happening behind you.
Well,
Your
you can't
focus is on your
see.
audience.
Right.
And
You
to
can't
have
see.
like to have someone rush up on you is a startling
Tackle
thing.
you.
But to have someone tackle you and then later find out they had fucking weapons on them, that's
I mean, I really
terrifying.
hate to say this as a drag queen. I live for the day that a man with a big gun tackles me on stage, but I mean, we're talking in other context.
It's okay. If you dress up when we're in Syracuse, I'll lend you my husband.
Oh,
Big
Oh,
guns are
sorry,
overrated.
sorry, Jeffrey. I just got lent some of those inches.
Motion of the
Oh
ocean.
no, it's okay. I'm lending him to everyone. It's okay. It's all
Oh,
right.
so
Big
bring
guns
the
are
hand
overrated.
sanitizer.
Yeah, pretty much.
But this is a scary, this is kind of what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago with, people feeling that they have the right to strike people and get up out of an audience. And I think you have that agreement when you are a part of an audience is that you stay in your damn seat. You don't get up on stage. Like,
It's
you
not
don't
an
interrupt.
interactive show.
No, it's not a 3D interactive, let's all
you know,
smell the
like-
roses show.
All bets are off in this country. America's turning
Yeah.
into savages, cowboys, and Indians. Might
I
is
f-
right, and it's just
I feel-
bullshit.
I feel like since the whole Capitol storm, like when they stormed the Capitol, that's when it opened everything up.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
unfortunate.
think it was even before that.
It was way
Well,
before
I
that.
mean, yeah, it was during the Cheetos presidency
Yeah. I mean,
that
the president
we
was
had that
telling,
problem.
I think
telling the people in
Michigan,
the audience, go ahead and stomp them.
when you had
Yeah.
when you had black people going to protest and them getting arrested and beat to shit and murdered, and then you had
Mhm.
a bunch of white people going to protest over mass and business being shut down with weapons, and you could see them.
AR-15s.
Yes, you see them on the
And they let it
Capitol
happen.
building, and that was cool though. That's
Yeah.
not a problem. But black people peacefully protesting, no. There's we got a huge fucking problem in this country. Huge,
Yeah, huge.
Right. That's just like, but
I think,
It-
unfortunately, from the stage aspect, because still in the bars, we deal with it with a lot of even the kids now, because I mean,
Yeah.
they're 18 to probably 24, 25.
and they've all
And
seen Drag Race and they think it's an interactive thing. And you're like,
Right. They feel like, you know,
idea.
they're going to try and pick somebody up and carry them over the finish line. And it's like, Mimi, I am first, already took care of
maybe I'm
that.
first.
So,
Yeah.
but the thing is that like they have no problem touching drag queens and stuff like that, which, I mean, I understand if you honk my boobs because they're filling, but also at the same time, like, don't grab my ass. Don't try and find my dick. Like,
Wait, what?
Women
Oh, hi.
for years.
Madison's a drag queen, Angelique.
Oh.
I caught that, but the sign the dick part. I was like, wait, what?
But men have been grabbing women for years. This is
Right.
not new behavior to women.
right,
You know.
right.
But isn't this stuff that we learnt in kindergarten? You keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah,
You
keep
Men
your
don't
fucking
listen.
You don't
hands
hurt
to
other
yourself.
people. Like,
I'm pretty sure
Yo.
this entire panel had a different education than most of the kindergartners today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Y'all need help. Y'all need help. Keep your hands to yourself, people. Keep your hands to yourself. But one
Unless
thing
you
is
have
certain-
consent, then by all
Yeah.
means.
yeah, spank, lick, spit, whatever you want to do. You know.
Jeffrey and I are the two desperate homos on the panel.
Oh, I'm not desperate. Thank you. No, I'm
Yeah,
very
but
choosy.
I'm not
Listen,
desperate.
bitch, I've seen your track record, okay? It's not attractive. Okay, if you look at my track record, it's attractive.
Hey, those are just the track record that I allowed you to see. It's the track record that people
Oh.
don't see or a different
Yeah,
story.
No.
When
I
You
keep
see,
the
I don't
gold
do
for
that either,
myself.
bitch.
receipts,
I'm a firm
receipts.
believer is you don't fuck where you eat. You know what
I
I'm saying? You gotta
can't.
go
I
outside the
also
area
can't
code.
give receipts, Steve, because I swallowed the receipt.
It makes it hell at tax time. Makes
Yes.
it hell at tax time.
Yes.
Katrina
and I'm going.
is gonna be so sad that she missed this.
We did wish her a happy birthday last week, but we know that Katrina's birthday goes for a month, so yes. Happy birthday season, Kitty.
Happy birthday. Wait, how old is she?
We're not
22.
talking about
23.
that.
29.
I'm on like 23.
I said 22. I'm in. She likes me most. Everyone sung it.
She is
Speaking of
29.
another hugely popular post, this one went a bit mental. And who knew that after all these years, nobody can put baby in a corner still?
Because they can't
Jennifer-
figure out who she is with that.
I don't know who she is.
How could they not know who she? Come on, like that
Look
would
at
to
they
me.
chopped an inch off her face. Her nose is not the same.
I
the
understand,
big
but she's
news-
been on so much stuff. Like, give me a break.
The big news is that Jennifer Grey is officially now signed on the dotted line. She will be returning for Dirty Dancing 2. And people love that. People love that movie.
How are you going
Don't
to make
they?
Dirty Dancing without Patrick Swayze?
Well, she
It's
said it's gonna be different. It's not. They're
Yeah.
not gonna try to tell. That's, you know what I mean. Like, it's gonna be different, but they're gonna try to hopefully tell another story.
It's going to be
that's-
some kind of how Stella got her groove back. I'm going back to the place where I first found love moment, and she'll help she'll help the generation
can we just-
underneath her, and there'll be some kind of gay kid or something, and it'll be nice.
Can we just take a moment to say that the 5 white guys and the 1 woman who thinks that Handmaid's Tale was a rom-com should be watching Dirty Dancing for the fact that that woman almost died from a backstreet abortion?
Yeah, we're talking about it in a minute. It's all right. We're going to get all about it. We're going to get all up in the Roe versus Wade argument. But yeah, so if you like Dirty Dancing, you're all about that. Jeffrey, did you hear the bad news about Saved by the Bell?
No.
It wasn't
She
saved.
gone, girl.
It
It's not
wasn't
saved. Not saved. The bell has
rang,
rung
it's
out on
gone.
Saved by the Bell. The
Oh, did it
reboot
get
is done.
canceled? Oh,
Reboot
well.
is done. But the cast of that 70s show are returning to Netflix for that 90s show.
I don't know who's, but I'm pretty sure all the people are bitching about the rapist. They're like, I'm
He's
not going to watch
coming
it.
back.
Right, and
He's
they're
not
all
coming-
bitching. They're like, I'm not going to watch it without the rapist. And I'm just like, that's what the people on our page, they're like, I'm not going to watch it without the
The
rapist.
rapist was the least significant member of that cast.
I'm
Every
assuming
single
that's who
other
they're
person
talking about him.
Has had a fully
Yeah,
fleshed
Danny
career.
Masterson.
Yeah, what was his character's name?
Not coming
he
back
was-
without the rapist.
What was his name? He was like Hurdy Gurdy or something. I don't know. I
Right.
didn't watch the show.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's who they all were talking about.
Yeah,
They're like,
it was.
I'm not watching it without him. And I'm like, do you understand he's a fucking rapist and you're saying you're not going to watch a TV show? What do you like, hello, could you possibly reveal yourself anymore, you fucking twink? Get off our fucking page.
What? We
Leave.
have some
Go.
really awful trolls on our page.
Holy fuck.
That's
Bye.
interesting. There was an interesting moment for a bit of a PR snafu this week regarding the Kate Spade brand.
Oh, shit.
Someone,
Oh my God.
someone is getting
Yo.
someone should have left the country after they set this out, right? Like,
That was wild.
for those of you that don't know who Kate Spade is, Kate Spade is a designer. Kate Spade is a designer who took her own life a couple of years ago. There was an advertisement for her new product, and the tagline was, "Come and hang with Kate Spade."
Yo, I woke up to that. I thought I was tripping when I read that. I'm like, but didn't she die?
Yes.
Yeah.
And didn't she hang herself? Yes. It's not, look, we've killed Jeffrey. I was like, I went, oh my god, like you know that Beyonce moment where she's like, someone's getting fired, like someone's getting like executed for that.
I was doubting myself that morning. I was like, let me Google
You're like,
this. I was like, let me
Am I
Google
losing
it.
my mind here?
Google never fails. I was like, hey, yeah, that's who I thought that was.
Exactly.
I think Jeffrey's going to need some oxygen before the show's over.
We do
Oh
like
my
this
God.
when Jeffrey loses his shit.
Hilarious.
I just,
that
could
is-
you imagine, like,
No.
you know what I mean? The person being like, oh, I did a great fucking job. And then somebody, like, sees it and they're like, hello?
Right.
Huh.
They're like, this line is killer.
But how do you work? Look, how do you work for that brand without knowing? How do you work
Millennial.
for that brand without
I
knowing?
think the copywriter was stoned.
I don't know.
They were just
Fucking
hanging around.
They,
Oh, man.
they just didn't care
Having a
about
joke
their
about it, like, oh well. Send
That's when you
draft.
don't care
Like,
about life anymore. You're just like, you know what?
they're like, but maybe that was their way of quitting.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
like, I'm going out. I'm
Going out with a bang.
Let's burn
I'm
it
going out like
down.
Kate Spade.
Oh, fuck.
Oops.
Now, this is Mental Health Awareness Month as we rip into people.
Hanging tough.
Oh god.
Jeffrey. But we're going to get serious for 2 seconds.
Yeah, right.
This actually was a bit sad. Naomi Judd
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
passed away, but it
Why?
was revealed like 2 days ago that she actually took her own life at
Suicide.
76. 76, man. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but she has been outspoken about her demons and struggling
Yes.
with mental health and etc. for the last couple of years. It was very interesting to go back and watch because Winona and Naomi performed at the CMAs recently, first time in ages, and you can tell. Like, I know you can say that a lot in retrospect, but just from her eye, like behind her eyes, was just like she's not there anymore. She was like, I think she had obviously made the decision to go, but the next day was the inauguration of the Judds into the CMA Hall of Fame. and Ashley and Winona still went. That's
Well, you want your mother's legacy to be about
Yeah.
more than that ending.
exactly. But
Well,
You
they
know?
had a
So hard.
complex relationship too.
Well, who
Yeah.
doesn't?
You know what I mean? Like they
You
did
and
not
I are both
have.
going to be a mess when our mothers go.
Right. But at the same time, you know what I mean? It's going to be like, let me help you get the dirt on the casket. But at this, like, let me just hurry up, get her down there. Let me just make sure she's gone. Like, get rid
put a
of this
stake
bitch.
in it. Put a stake
You
in it
all
and a
know
silver
that
cross.
I go to my mother's house every single day, wondering if this is going to be the day I find her dead, with equal parts hope and dread.
Yeah.
It's a complex relationship.
It is a I think but still, you want to think, I don't know. And it just proves how pervasive and insidious mental illness and depression is, that you can get to 76, have this amazing career, like successful children.
And they were going to go tour again.
They were going to go tour. Like they announced that they were going to tour, and then just one day something in your brain chemistry just goes, nah.
Well, maybe it was for the insurance money. Maybe the tour wasn't doing so well. You know what I mean? There
Well,
could be anything.
they hadn't even got that far. They just announced it. So it's crazy. Very sad. Very sad, I feel. Very, very sad. We also had, this is probably a bit sadder, one of the former stars of Toddlers and Tiaras, Kalia Posey, also ended her life at 16 this week. 16 years old.
Sad.
Wow.
Very, very, very sad stuff. So, yeah. Not to bring the panel down or anything.
Yeah, great job.
Good job,
Steve.
Good job.
We got a roller coaster. Oh, I just did a Katrina A. Johnson growl then. Oh, okay. Vera did mention it before we went on air. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions that we talked about like 2 months ago, I think it was, they've been announced. And look, I was right. Eminem's in there. I find it fun.
Why like Eminem?
No, I knew that we knew that it's a very interesting list. Pat Benatar, Duran Duran, Eminem, Eurythmics, Dolly Parton, Lionel Richie, Carly Simon, Harry Belafonte, Jesus Christ, Elizabeth Cotton, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Judas Priest, Alan Grubman, Jimmy Iovine, and Sylvia Robinson. Did we not do a story on Dolly not wanting it to happen, and then they've just gone ahead and gone?
Change your mind. They did tell her that they were going to induct her anyway. She's written a lot of pop tunes, whether she sang them or not.
Heaven forbid you take a woman's word. I don't want this. Well, too bad it's happening anyway.
She said that she would accept it, that she would go in the spirit with which it's given. She's made peace with it. She's agreed to it.
Darla said yes. She said, how do? Why not? Okay, well, there's no really avoiding it. We're going to talk the big issue of the week on The View from here. So this kind of happened in the middle of the night here in Australia, and then
it broke at like 9 o'clock at night here in the States.
It sunk its way out. For those of us that have been buried under a rock, there was a draft from Congress that is dealing with repealing Roe v. Wade. Oh, sorry.
It was not in Congress. It was the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court. Sorry, Vera. Go, girl.
The Supreme Court has, for the last 49 years, continued to support a landmark piece of legislation called Roe v. Wade that ruled that abortion was a medical procedure and was part of a woman's right to privacy and not legislatable. And since then, the far right, 80% of all people in this country believe in a woman's right to choose. Whether they believe in abortion or not, they understand it's not their fucking choice. But 5 white men and 1 woman who thinks The Handmaid's Tale is a rom-com decided that they were wrong. 80% of the country doesn't get a say, and they leaked the opinion that this needs to be overturned because it's not, abortion's never mentioned in the Constitution. Well, you want to know what else is not mentioned in the Constitution? The abolition of slavery, the education of every citizen in this country, the right for men and women to vote, there's a lot of fucking shit not in the Constitution. So we all need to fucking wake up and get on our feet and start screaming. This opinion by these 5 people can abolish every fucking civil right in this country. It's a disgrace.
I've heard a lot of people saying that this is the beginning of the end of the American experiment. That, you know,
well,
way
we
of-
need to make sure it's not. We need to vote. We need to yell. We need to call people. We need to be loud and be obnoxious.
Exactly. Madison, I've seen you on Facebook. You've been a little bit outspoken on this as well. Your opinion?
I mean, my opinion is that, frankly, I have a dick. I don't have an opinion, but I also think that it's not my body. It's not my choice, plain and simple. And I have no problem saying that to anybody. And I agree with it being a panel of basically white men making a decision is ridiculous. And I know people that have had situations where they had to get an abortion and would have turned to the more lethal way for themselves just to try and get it taken care of. And the fact that we would literally push a woman to risking her own life just to make sure that she go through. I mean, if somebody's raped,
not just women. This fucking opinion, and it is that, it is an opinion, makes no exception for children, underage children. The party that says that Democrats are pedophiles is willing to give more rights to a rapist than to a child that has been victimized by an incestuous pedophile. This is beyond disgusting.
That's, I mean, it makes me sick. I mean, I'm 100% behind you, Vera. And honestly, everybody needs to. And the problem is that we're so desensitized by the internet. We're so desensitized by
24-hour news cycle.
Right. And I think that we're going to have a problem. And that's the thing is that I don't think people are going to stand up as much until something really gets taken away from something that is going to bother them in their day-to-day, which is the sad part of this life.
Exactly. This could be potentially just the start of, you know, the government deciding that they want to get rid of this or this or this.
Or gay marriage. Like they could turn around and take away gay marriage. And the thing is that I was a part of that fight when I was in college. And I know that it's a probability, it's a possibility. And it, especially if that fucking piece of shit ends up in office in 2024, we're really fucked. And that's the thing. If this is just a precursor, I'm moving to your country.
I think anything. Well, this is just a personal thing. When it comes to people's own bodies, you don't get a right to the government needs to stay out of people's vaginas. And
I said this: if it was a man's dick, they would not have made. I said this last night. If it was a man's dick, they would not be making this sort of ruling. Plain and simple. They would be like, well, it's my dick. Well, you are a dick because you're willing to make that decision.
Let's outlaw Viagra, shall we? And see
Every freaking pregnancy starts with
a penis.
Yeah. Sperm is alive. Is that the point of conception? Is every fucking man having recreational sex? Is he disrespecting human life? Because those sperm are alive. He's intentionally not impregnating somebody. Why is this all about the women? It's about control. It has nothing to do with the babies.
Okay, let's hear from the other women on the panel. Angelique, you're American. This is going to directly affect.
I'm West Indian. I was like,
you're like, how dare you stereotype me? Come on, give me your feelings, baby.
I mean, I'm in agreement with you guys. Let me be specific with that.
All that stuff supports Roe v Wade repeal.
Right? They're close friends.
I take it back. She's not my good friend. She's good friends with Trump.
He heard ice. Pin drop. Boo. Okay,
go.
Like I feel like it's definitely there's more involved. I feel like it has a lot to do with population control too, because there's a lot of certain people that are going to be affected by that. A lot of minorities, people in low income areas, because that's when you think about the elite, they don't have those kind of problems.
Right.
They already want to complain about, oh, well, they're getting on the government assistance when, I mean, last time I checked, there was a lot of Armenians and Latinos and other races as well in the
And
government
plenty
office.
of white people.
Thank you. So, it kind of reminds me of the situation when they tried to do a thing with crack, and they tried to, put it out in the streets, and it ended up getting everybody, not just one specific, demographic, not one specific race. So I think what's going to end up happening is, if they, God forbid, they are able to get this off, they're going to see a lot of people, and it's going to hit the white people as well. There's going to be a lot of deaths. You're going to end up seeing a lot of deformed children, because if you think about back into the slavery days, which was not that far, when people were using the hangers and trying to, create abortions, and they were doing self-mutilation and everything, that's what's going to end up happening. You're going to have little girls dying. You're going to have grown women dying. You're going to have guys losing their complete shit, because a lot of guys don't take responsibility anyway for getting a woman pregnant. But now you're going to have these women who can't get pregnant. So you're going to see a lot of men killing women. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. And then they're going to be like, oh my God.
A lot of women unwilling to have recreational sex, because if I got to go to prison for an abortion, we're not doing that shit.
Well, and
then the rate goes up.
Be more accountable? Like, are we going to hold men to like actually having to the cost, like not paying $25 a week in child support? But no, you got to give up half your paycheck, or you know what I mean? Like, because this whole, oh, well, he's only making $200 a week, so he can only afford to give you $25. So, but she's got to flip the whole bill? I don't think so. Or, oh, he's not working right now. Well, then he needs to go to jail because he's working under the table. How's he paying his bills? But he's getting away with not paying child support for years. This, no. So this is, I mean, but of course that's not going to change.
No.
I really hate to say that. I feel like we're starting to work backwards. Like we literally were doing so well. We were progressive, and then now literally we might as well. I mean, like, I feel like it's going to be abortion first, then they're going to go after the gays, and it's just going to continue going backwards until somebody realizes what damage they've done.
Governor Abbott,
in his
generational, the damage.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
Yes,
I lived in.
He's a piece of shit. He's already talking about suing for the right to stop educating migrant children.
Yeah. Well, he stole that election anyways from.
I did read a very interesting story that vasectomies, that Google's Google search on vasectomies have gone up 54.4% since this story broke. So there's some men out there going, well, I'm not fucking getting.
Well, I know a couple of people that probably should do that.
Right? You want to talk about population control? Some people need the bullets taken out of that gun, baby.
Yeah.
Snip, bitch. But yeah, interesting times in your fair country. I mean,
you sure you want to come over here?
I'm like, I feel very lucky that I live in
Girl,
Australia.
we're coming for a holiday.
Just
we are not going to stay.
Yeah. We're there for a good time, not a long time.
We like the option of coming. Oh, well, we do have to come home to Dominic Perrottet. So we're not that far away. He's like Trump light. He's just a greasier. He's just a greasier version of.
And he's not as orange.
With his 7 children telling people to, have sustainable families. It's like radio.
I'm gonna be on one of Johnny Depp's islands.
No, you need to, if he still has it by the end of this trial.
I know, right?
There's probably Amber Heard shit all over it.
He's gonna be getting welfare by the time he's done.
I know, right?
He ain't got no money coming
from
in. He
Amber
got money
Heard.
problems.
I mean,
well, he has a movie that he just got booked for.
Not
good.
enough, girl. Not enough to bail his ass out.
He's gonna be fucking Bruce Willis making any movie they can get him in.
I'm pretty sure he might
He's
have to
gonna
turn
have
to only.
to.
He's going to have to turn to OnlyFans. That's what it's going to be.
Ew.
Let's not wait a minute. Let's not act like
Oh.
Hollywood is not known for kissing ass when they realize they have fucked up. Once all of this comes out, you know, like there is kind of already happening. They're
But it's
already
been
trying to kiss
out. But
Huh?
where? They
It-
haven't put him back in
it's
anything,
too
have they?
recent. It'll happen like insidiously. He'll just
Mhm.
bits and pieces.
Yeah, but
here and
it's
there.
been out. People, I mean, do you know how many times
Mel
for the
Gibson
last
is working again.
couple
Let's
years
talk
that
about
this has
that.
been trending on Twitter
No.
about what she's done?
But you know
This
the
is
difference?
all been out.
Crazy.
You're absolutely right. But you know what the twist is? Now the whole thing is in the public eye. It's us that ends up changing everything.
Public opinion, baby.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
it
what
was
happened.
it has been, they have like trending. I mean, not even
Yeah,
just
no.
on Twitter, but her getting fired from DC has been going, it's been on and off for 2 years, and they haven't fired her.
But I think honestly right now,
Over
she's
people
right.
standing with Johnny Depp. Like this, all of this
Right.
stuff has been coming out. It's been out for years at this point.
But I think
And
the
it's worse now.
publicity that's going
Yeah.
on right now will start to change the narrative, and they'll turn around and say, well, he's already big in the search engines, and he's all over the place right now.
Pirates of the
Let's book
Caribbean
him
6.
right.
I don't know. It's just so weird to me. Again, to me, like this doesn't feel like, none of this is news. I feel like I've read this years
Jeffrey,
ago.
No, you're right.
This is how the Britney Spears fans felt. None of that was news until it was news, and then it got fixed.
I still
You know
don't
what I
feel
mean?
like it was news, but
13 years of it. People knew it was happening, but then someone
Right.
goes, "Oh," and it's a thing
Or
now.
Britney.
Like
Right.
it's like the
Madison's
worst-
not allowed to
worst
come
kept
on here
secret.
anymore. He's done his own show.
Like everyone
This one.
wanted to joke around about Whitney Houston being a drug addict and Anna Nicole Smith having a problem with pills. It's like, oh, isn't that funny? And then it actually becomes news. I was like, that's so sad. Someone should have helped them.
No
Mhm.
shit, Sherlock.
Okay. Nice change in narrative there, folks. It's like, interesting. But we're going to go to a woman whose narrative never changes. Her narrative is
It changes all the time.
fun outrage. We love fun outrage. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round. Warm Your Bits by Vera's Vet. Here
don't
she
feel like I-
goes. You got to say it. I've never had that hair in my life. Okay.
No, I don't feel like I've warmed anybody's bits in a long time.
Well, now's your chance, baby. 3, 2, 1, vent.
Well, I know that everybody thought I'd probably be screaming about abortion, but I did do that just a few minutes ago. That's not where I'm going tonight. Today, May is the first show in May, and May is Mental Health Awareness. And as some of you know, I am a psych nurse, and this is very close to where I live. It's actually where I do live, not even close. I'm there every freaking day. Mental health is health. We need to destigmatize it right now. This is general health. 1 in 6 people in this country has some form of mental health issue right now, whether it's a permanent chronic issue or whether it's an acute issue that can go away quickly. By quickly, I mean 6 to 18 months. Quick is relative in the mental health world. But we have to stop stigmatizing mental health. We need to be aware that it's part of everyday human hygiene to take care of yourself. Right now, suicide is the second largest killer of children between the age of 10 and 14. It is also the second largest killer of all people between the age of 10 and 34. And as we see, suicide has no age limit. Senior citizens can kill themselves too, and do every single day. There's lots of mental illness in this world. You don't want to lose someone because you were too afraid to speak up. Listen, we have got to normalize this. Mental health is health. Say it with me. Mental health is health. There's so much mental health issues that can be addressed with medicine and therapy and just reaching out to find other people that and know that you are not alone. If you have someone you're worried about, start the conversation. You don't seem like yourself. Can I help you? You know, nobody wants you to walk up and say, have you tried therapy? You're going to get a sock in the nose. But just start the conversation. You can bring up therapy later. You know, my sister went through postpartum. And I remember sitting on the couch with her and I grabbed her hand and I was being as gentle as I knew how. And she burst into tears and screamed, you think I'm crazy? No, I think you're chemically imbalanced and I think we need to get it treated. And she did. You know, it's just got to be addressed. We cannot keep sweeping mental health under the rug. There are people you love who could end their life this week. Stop being afraid to talk about it. That's my rant.
Well said, V. We do make a lot of jokes on this panel, but as we have shared with you guys, a lot of the people that have appeared on this show have struggled at times with different mental health issues. Always, you know, reach out.
Oh, Leslie.
There is someone that can, you know, always someone that can listen and help out. And, you know, sometimes talking is the best thing to do. Very well said, V. So
PTSD is one of the top 4 of reasons that people commit suicide.
And you know what? If you need to come and vent, you join us here at Uncensored Radio, and we say the horrible things that you don't want to say, because that's what we do here.
Us and we'll help
I love you too, Leslie.
Yes, Leslie, thanks for joining us. So we have well, I'm assuming we have an action-packed week. Jeffrey, is this show going to be on Monday?
Well,
who can say?
Who can say? Who's to know? You know, we've been on a little hiatus because of some things, and yeah, I mean, technically, maybe there's allegedly an episode that was recorded, but may or may not be able to be used. I don't know. Who's to say? So we'll find out. So stay tuned, because Monday could happen.
Stay tuned to see if how we ended up this way airs this week. We do have a very special show on Tuesday. We tried a new show on Tuesday, and it worked out quite well despite my internet and lighting. So we have a brand new movie show called Assigned Seating, where we will be talking about some of the world's favorite movies. We started with Star Wars, so you know that everything is in vogue. But this week, in honor of Friday the 13th, but also the movie's anniversary, the Uncensored Horror Crew sat down with our favorite guest, Mr. Todd Hot Toddy Farmer, to discuss Jason X. So if you like horror movies,
Daddy.
So many titties in that movie.
If you like daddies,
so many titties.
If you like daddies,
so
Todd
many titties.
Farmer does deliver. There's a lot of you know, if you like innuendo and people trying to hit on a married man, it's the show to watch.
I feel like I'm that person.
It's a very non-consensual. It's a very non-consensual show when Todd's on. It gets a bit, how you going?
I watched a little bit of it. It was nice.
Todd's on Tuesday.
Wasn't it?
Then we'll be back on Thursday. So there's always something for you to watch. Also, did you know, folks, that over on Blog Talk, how many episodes do you think there are there, Jeffrey?
1,200.
We are after this show gets added, they'll be close to, but there's some private ones, which I don't want out of the vault. There is 1,132 shows that you can go back through the generations of Uncensored Radio, all the way back to Uncensored Talk and all that kind of stuff. You could probably find Madison's first appearance somewhere on there. So if you like,
you can find Angelique's first appearance.
You can find Angelique's first appearance. You can find Vera's first appearance. You can find Brooke's first appearance. You can find my first appearance. You know, you can find us all. So if you like some of us or you don't like some of us, you can go back to a time when we were on or we weren't on. So, you know,
good friends.
Friends, you're all very good friends here. Very good friends. Thank you for joining us today. Madison Devine, Jeffrey Emmett, Brooke, Vera, and the one and only Angelique Bates. We will see you next week on UCR Live. Bye.
Oh, Ace.
Ace.
You
Woo-hoo!
got it.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Madison, no, he's a super fan, Madison. He
Ace,
knows.
can you find
Welcome
us the
back,
cat
Ace.
episode?
We've missed you.
Whoa.
Madison
Bye,
wants a cat
guys.
episode.
Bye.
Bye.
I wish there was a way that we could show this, dance party while the things aired, but it doesn't let it happen. Bye, everyone.